Are you serious? Are you serious? Radioactive! Radioactive! That's exactly what's going on right now. In many countries of the world, there's been major radioactivity, radioactive spikes, really. Is it Fukushima, or is it something much more concerning? Is radiation coming from deep space, the 5 waves of energy, or a combination of all these things? You got 3 different things. You got Fukushima and radiation spills that may be taking place in other places of this world. You have gaping holes on the sun constantly allowing UV rays to come, solar winds, sending radioactive material. The sun is heating up, of course, very volatile. And then, of course, there is the 5 waves of energy, which are certainly bringing gamma rays. I mean, everybody's confirming that, NASA and all the scientists. Here's a report that we have. I want to think, word on the street got us some information. I've seen a map of all these countries in Europe that have high levels of radiation, but I want to read something that ENE News is reporting. 2 days ago, radioactive iodine-131, an unknown origin, was detected over large areas of Europe. Since the isotope has a half-life of only 8 days, the detection is proof of a rather recent release. Where the radioactivity is coming from is still a mystery. Now, iodine-131 in the air could come from an incident with a nuclear reactor. Someone out there knows why the radioactivity was spread over larger areas of Europe. Nuclear installations like in Russia, maybe. Now, the source could as well come from even further installations, all right? Now, that's one option here, folks, is did this happen from a nuclear spill in one of the European nations or even in Russia, and no one's telling us? Now, there's also preliminary reports saying that there was, they found spikes of iodine-131 you found in Norway, northern Norway, also in Finland, Poland, the Czech Republic, Germany, France, and Spain. Okay, significant spikes of radioactive conditions. All right. Now, there's also a report out there that says, and this is by the Avianist, says along with monitoring nuke testing, the WC-135 is used to track radioactive activity as it happens after Chernobyl nuclear plant disaster back in the Soviet Union of 1986. Fukushima's incident, of course, occurred back on 3/11/11 back in 2011. And as of yet, there's been no official statement from the U.S. military about the reasons why such nuclear research aircraft was deployed. However, many sources suggest that aircraft was tasked with investigating the spike in iodine levels detected in northern Europe since the beginning of January of this year. And no one seems to know the reason behind these iodine-131 releases. Matter of fact, there's a mystery here. Radiation spikes being detected in many countries of Europe. The United States military is secretly deploying nuclear sniffer aircraft. Radioactivity levels have quadrupled, according to officials. Iodine-131 is a proof of rather recent releases, the origin of which is still unknown. I'm still saying it. I don't think it is a nuclear reactor meltdown somewhere in one of the European nations or somewhere out in the middle of Russia somewhere. I really think we're dealing with the gamma rays, the ultraviolet rays, but mostly gamma rays from the 5 waves of energy. And that's exactly what Mike from around the world and others have told us would take place. Matter of fact, in 2016, we had a global spike of radioactivity on this planet by 12.5% increase from the year before. That's unheard of. That's off the charts insanity. That can't be from just one small leak somewhere. That can't even be from Fukushima. Not globally. Something else. Are you serious? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Is this what the Bible means by saying men's hearts would fail them for fear, for looking after those things that are coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven are being shaken? Are you serious? Give your life to Jesus Christ, because he's coming. And I mean, he is coming soon. Are you saved?
You've got a pancake probe on this Mazur Geiger counter. Pancake probe detects alpha, beta, gamma, and X-ray. This is a Mazur PRM 9000. And let me activate the screen because it's in sleep mode. You can see the radiation here currently to be at 24. This is expected, okay, 50. It'll jump all around. And I am walking closer towards the water's edge here. Oh, now it's up by 100. Wow, okay. We're going to keep walking. Got quite a ways to walk yet here. 160. I'm going to try to keep this in view at all times. Now we're using counts per minute, over 200 now. Counts per minute. Now I don't normally use counts per minute, but for some reason all the people on YouTube want to use counts per minute, so that's what I got it set at, counts per minute. Because that's what people seem to want. Okay, now we're at 250. Got a ways to walk yet, we're still walking. I'm going to try to keep this in view. Almost 280 now. Got about 10 more yards to go. Almost 300 now. Wow. Okay, we're nearing the water's edge. Down to 200 again. Okay, we're going to get to where I'm getting my feet wet kind of thing. Okay, we are at the water's edge now, as you can see. And whoops, into sleep mode here. Okay, 180. We're going to walk along the edge here of the water. So it's hovering around 200 here at the water's edge. 180. What I want to do now is I want to put it right on the ground. We're at about 200 here. They put it right on the ground. Okay, now we're getting, whoa, it's jumping, 230. Let's just keep watching for a while, 270. The nature of digital counters is they don't give a reading immediately. Oh, now we're over 300. And if the water comes up here, I have to lift it up real quick. Over 300. Looks like it's settling back down though, so we're whoop, gotta take it out of the water. Sorry folks, so we're around 300. We're hovering around 300 here at the water's edge of Long Beach. Again, you gotta wait for it to catch up a little bit. If the water comes again, I gotta lift it. So we actually do seem to get activated again. We actually do seem to be getting higher readings right at the water's edge, where we're detecting at the water. About 300 counts per minute. Okay, now I'm gonna back away and you'll see it'll start dropping. Then I'm going to walk around a little bit till you see it start to drop. Again, digital meters, they don't react immediately. So, I have to ask you now, again, sorry for the camera movements. Why did you come here for this video? Did you look at the fear porn headline and figured, oh boy, this is proof I have that Fukushima is going to kill us all? Well, guess what? You've been punked. That's right. Yeah, we're at Long Beach, but we're at Long Beach, Mississippi. That's right, Long Beach, Mississippi, and you've just been punked by somebody with a Geiger counter, a legitimate Geiger counter, with a piece of radium taped to my fingertip that makes me adjust it, if you can hear maybe. Gives me any reading I want it to give by putting that radium on my fingertip, because my fingertip can go near the sensor and give any reading you want. Okay? This is to prove to you people that you can't believe everything you see, even though it might look legitimate on YouTube or anywhere else for that matter. Let's go over here to the water's edge again. What do we got here? Let me activate the screen again too so you can see the reading. Oh, 15. Boy, well, that's a lot different, isn't it? 10. Right on the sand. And what do we got here? Buried in the sand, we got a piece of radium dial clock, just like we have wearing on my fingertip. So I can, that's how I made higher readings buried in the sand. Pick up my Geiger counter, don't want to get it wet. And if we go over here, you can see if I put the radium on the ground and put the Geiger probe directly on it, and again, it's going to take a few seconds for it to catch up. Oh yeah, 53,000 CPM, 54,000 CPM. So I can give whatever reading I want with a piece of radioactive test source with radium dials, or lots of other things that you might even have around your house. So, this proves that nothing is provable with all these videos that the Fukushima death cult likes putting out to try to get you to believe that if you live on the West Coast that you're going to die from Fukushima. It's all fear porn. And you were looking for it because you found this video based on the fear porn title I gave it. This is to demonstrate how easy it is to fake these readings on YouTube. I don't care what beach you live on in the world. I can take this. I'm getting alarmed now, hear that? Because I had a set point up at like 50,000 or something. I can take the same video and anywhere in the world, including Alaska and Hawaii. Why do you clowns keep passing over Alaska and Hawaii. No, somehow it magically floats in the air, it goes thousands of miles, some of the heaviest elements known to man, and just happens to drop off on the coast of California. You've been had. You've been lied to. You're always lied to. There's, because of YouTube's policy of monetization on their channels, you're always going to get this fear porn from people who are trying to make money off of fools like you who just wallow in fear porn, and you love it. Now let's take some readings here. And I got the radium in one hand with the camera. We're going to try to do this. I'll show you, and we're going to activate the screen again. Alarm level exceeded. Yeah, I know. Current, so the level's still actually going down because I had the radium right up to it. Let's watch this for a while. Well, under 1,000. We're walking around. Doesn't matter where. I can walk around the beach in Dubai, and it's going to show the same thing. Below 200. Oh, now we're down to 21. Oh, imagine that. And let's go back to the water's edge here and show you. I'm going to keep this on for a while so you can see what's going on. So we're hovering around 20. Normal readings pretty much anywhere in the world unless you live at higher altitudes. Ooh, 27, you're going to die now. We're going to put it back on the ground at the water's edge and show you. We'll leave it there for a little while so it has a chance to catch up. Nope, activate the screen again. And you see that it really has no levels of radiation to be detected.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Radioactive! Radioactive! That's exactly what's going on right now. In many countries of the world, there's been major radioactivity, radioactive spikes, really. Is it Fukushima, or is it something much more concerning? Is radiation coming from deep space, the 5 waves of energy, or a combination of all these things? You got 3 different things. You got Fukushima and radiation spills that may be taking place in other places of this world. You have gaping holes on the sun constantly allowing UV rays to come, solar winds, sending radioactive material. The sun is heating up, of course, very volatile. And then, of course, there is the 5 waves of energy, which are certainly bringing gamma rays. I mean, everybody's confirming that, NASA and all the scientists. Here's a report that we have. I'm going to think, word on the street got us some information. I've seen a map of all these countries in Europe that have high levels of radiation, but I want to read something that ENE News is reporting. 2 days ago, radioactive iodine-131, an unknown origin, was detected over large areas of Europe. Since the isotope has a half-life of only 8 days, the detection is proof of a rather recent release, where the radioactivity is